Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's podcast. This week's topic is peace. It's what you want and how to get it. I say this all the time. You want to get to where you're at peace, right? That's where you are feeling the best, is when you're at peace. And I know that is like the number one thing that everybody struggles with, is getting to peace, to find peace or be at peace. And they're looking for something in their life to happen to make them at peace. Well, it's not going to happen. You have to make it happen for yourself. You have to decide you're going to have peace. You have to decide that you want peace. And you have to decide to let yourself have peace. So what does that mean, right? Well, you have to decide to not let these outside influences affect your peace, right? You have to decide to not let people's comments, people's actions, what's going on with other people, take you out of your peace. So what I've learned to do is, when I feel myself getting anxiety, stressed, hurt, angry, whatever it is, I've learned to catch myself. You've heard me say this. It's catching yourself with your thoughts. It's paying attention to your thoughts so you can catch yourself quicker and pull yourself out of that before it gets you too far away from your peace. It's about catching yourself and bringing yourself back to the peace. Now, what I mean by that is something you have to work up to. So you first want to start with paying attention to your thoughts. Paying attention and learning to catch yourself and see when you start getting out of the peace. So when you see yourself getting into anger, see yourself getting into frustration, see yourself getting stressed, upset, whatever it is. And it's about learning to catch yourself and feeling, so you know when you're going into that area of pulling yourself out of the peace. Now, as you start to catch yourself, you want to start paying attention to what is it that's pulling you out of it. And you want to look at it. Why is that pulling me out of my peace? Is it a past trauma? Is it something that's happening now? What is it? Because I've also talked about you don't want to bury it, right? So you want to look at these things and then decide, is this something I really need to be getting upset with? Is it something I can control? So one thing for me is, like, when I see my kids, if they're hurting or whatever, I start to go into stress, anxiety, whatever it is. But then I've had to learn, I can't take that on for them. My children are all adults now. I mean, even when they were little, though, there's some things that you don't have control over, right? If you have control, sure, do something about it. But most things we don't have control over. So you want to understand you don't have that control and bring yourself back to the peace. Say it's their soul plan, it's their life lessons, whatever it is, or whatever helps you understand that, and bring yourself back to peace. Now, there's other things, like if your children are younger and it's a bad situation, maybe you need to think about changing schools. Maybe you need to think about homeschooling them. Maybe you need to think about changing the situation for them to help you with your peace and help them. Because when they're younger, you still have to help them a lot, And you want to start looking at those things for yourself, that you might need to change something. In the last podcast, I talked about that. There might be people in your life that you have to let go of. So it's about changing things too. But the things you can't change, it's about understanding you can't change it and bringing yourself back to peace and in some way reconcile with yourself to be able to let it go. I know it's easier said than done. This is something I've been working on for a long time, because I grew to understand it doesn't feel good when I'm not in peace, and the quicker I can get myself back to it, the better. And so that's something I've really been working on, and it's a lot of internal dialogue and talking to myself to help myself reconcile. There's some things I can help with, and there's some things I can't. And the things I can't control, I need to let it go, whatever that is. So, helping yourself get into peace is truly starting to work on yourself and understanding what your triggers are, understanding things that make you angry. So here's another thing, like if you have somebody that hurt your feelings because of something they said, either maybe they did mean to hurt your feelings and maybe it was very mean and you need to look at, do I need that person in my life? But you also want to look at, is it something that is triggered from your past that happened and it's being affected by this situation? So it could be several things. Either you're needing to look at that. Is it something that's triggering me, something I need to heal within inside myself, which sometimes those are the situations and you want to look at them and heal that, right? So getting yourself to the peace is really just looking at what's going on that's pulling you out of the peace. And then, is it something you can't control and you just need to let it go? Is it something that you need to heal because you're being triggered by it? Is it something that you need to let that person go in your life? Is it something you need to change the situation for yourself, whether it's your kids in school or a job that you're in or your husband's in? Maybe these things are happening that you need to look at to help bring you back to peace, right? Now, I want you to remember, because it's not about necessarily quickly getting out of something thinking the grass is greener on the other side. I'm just saying at some situations that might be the case. But some of them are things you need to heal within yourself and not run from it, okay? So that's why you've really got to start to learn yourself, in healing yourself so you understand what it is going on, what you need to do with that situation, and then take action for it. All right? So pay attention. The first step is just learning, and first of all, getting yourself to peace so you know what that feels like. Sometimes people don't even know what that feels like because they've been so out of peace. They're not in peace in their life and they haven't been for a long time. It's getting yourself to that feeling so you know what it is. And then it's about being in there more and more and more so you can realize when you're getting out of peace, and then look at it and all those situations I gave you to see what it is you need to do with it to help get you back to peace. The more you do it, the more you pay attention, the quicker you get back to it, and the more at peace you will be. Remember, there is things in everybody's life that doesn't have you at peace. But it's about learning to get there even in the worst situations. Because that's where we were meant to be. And when you understand the worst thing possible, and this is what I finally got, and it was so freeing, it's death. That's like one of the worst things that we can experience, whether for being worried for ourselves or a family or loved ones. But once you understand there's no death, our soul just moves on. And when you can really get that, then there's no fear in death anymore. So I hope these words helped you today, because that's something I struggled with. And once you can get there, and I promise you can, it's just about, rewiring your mind, changing things in your life, and you can get to where you have the peace. It's an amazing thing. And it's amazing, even more amazing, once you can be in a bad situation and still pull yourself back into peace. That's partly how you heal. You can heal yourself just learning to be at peace. Okay? All right. So that's what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, but you feel like you need more, I have a membership program. We meet twice a month where I have topics and answer questions. I send healing on Wednesdays. You post what you want healing sent to. On Mondays, I do a message for the group. This group is to help have accountability. These videos and podcasts are great, but sometimes a couple of days later we forget and we fall back off. We're doing it all gung-ho for a couple of days, and then something happens, it throws us off, and then we forget about all the tools we have to stay on track. That's what this membership is for, is to help keep you on track. You have accountability, you have others in there doing what you're doing, and I'm in there also, and you get discounts on all my services. So we'd love to have you in there. All the links are in the description below, so check it out. And let's get ready for the healing meditation. If you are driving or using heavy machinery, you need to stop listening to the podcast now, because we are going to be doing a healing meditation, and the energy is very powerful and can make you sleepy and lose concentration. Come back when you stop driving or using the heavy equipment and enjoy the healing meditation. All right, let's get ready for the healing meditation. I want you to close your eyes. Go ahead and take a deep breath in now. Hold it and exhale. Another deep breath in. Hold it and exhale. And one last deep breath in. Hold it. This time on the exhale, relax your whole body. All right, I want you to imagine this blue light coming in the top of your head and this red light coming up from your root chakra, both going to your heart. So the blue is coming down to your heart and the red is coming up to your heart. Those two colors are going to blend and make violet. I want you to imagine this violet light spreading out throughout your body. It's getting larger and larger. It's going up into your head. It's clearing and cleansing and purifying anything that no longer serves you. It's going down your arms, down into your solar plexus and your sacral, and then down to your root and down both legs, all the way down to your feet. And once it fills up your physical body, that violet color flame is going to spread out into your energy, filling up your aura, cleansing, clearing, and purifying everything. All right, now I want you to imagine this gold light coming down from God, Source, whatever your belief is. It's going down into your heart. You're going to imagine that light just spreading, just like we did with the violet flame, spreading out up into your head, neck, shoulders, down your arms, your chest, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root, now down both legs. And again, as it fills up your body, now it's going to fill up your aura, your whole energy. So you're just surrounded and in this gold light. Now I want you to imagine this blue light coming into the top of your head. It's going down to your heart, and this blue light's coming, and then it's going to come up from your root also chakra and meeting in your heart. So it's coming down from your crown chakra and your root chakra, and then it's meeting in your heart. These blue lights are going to start twirling in counterclockwise direction. You're going to imagine them going into a look like a tornado, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until it's as big as your whole body. Once it's as big as your whole body, I want you to imagine an X at the end of this tornado. You're disconnecting from anything that is no longer serving your highest and best with this. All right, now again, I want you to imagine this gold light coming into the top of your head. It's filling up your heart again. This time, what we're going to do is we're going to send healing energy to those that have harmed you. And if you've been with me for a while, you know we do this to heal for you, right? So I want you to send this healing energy from your heart to them, but only to right at the edge of them, because you can't force healing on them. But you want to put it there so if they want it, they can take it. This is to heal for you, not for them. You don't have to be around them, hang around them, talk to them. It's up to you. But you need to heal it for you. So send that healing now from you to them and heal all the situations that happened that have hurt you. And now, when you feel that's done, I want you to do the same thing for those you may have harmed. And if you can't think of it, just do it with the intention that it goes to those you may have harmed. Same thing, send the healing from you to them, just to the edge of their energy, so they can decide if they want it or not. And this is helping for you to heal. And them also. Now I want you to send gold light. You're going to bring it down from the top of your head to your heart. Send gold light to those people in your family. Now I want you to add sending gold light to those in your city. And now send gold light to those in your state. And now send gold light to everyone in your country. And now send gold light to everyone around the world. All right, when you feel that's done, bring the gold light back into your heart. And I'm going to send healing energy now to you, so sit back and relax, and I will send it now. If you feel any twitching throughout your body, it's just the energy breaking blockages. So just relax through it. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath in now. Hold it. And this time on the exhale, release everything that came up for you that needs to be released. Open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. All right, that's what I have for today. Go have a great day. Go do something you love, something that brings you joy and lifts you up. Do at least one thing every day that you love to do. And then do at least one thing of self-care every day. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate, whatever it is. Do at least one self-care every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good everywhere in everything. And when you see something good in somebody, say it to them. And write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you, you're going to start to see a difference in your life. So that's all I have for today. I love you all. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.